Hello students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine, doing great at your homes. So students, as you all can see that I have to start the new chapter, that is chapter number 6, Algebraic Expressions. And you must have studied about this chapter in your previous classes also about the addition, subtraction, multiplication or division of algebraic expressions. Today also I am going to explain you about algebraic expressions. Now tell me, what are algebraic expressions? If you know this answer, you can reply to me in the comment section. What are algebraic expressions? Algebraic expression is a combination of constant and variables connected by some or all fundamental operations. Means in an algebraic expression, there are some constants and some variables. It's a combination of variable plus constants, and these variables and constants are joined together by the fundamental basic operations of math. Either there will be plus, माइनस, मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड. या तो वो वेरिएबल्स और कॉन्स्टेंट्स ऐड होंगे, सब्ट्रैक्ट होंगे, मल्टीप्लाई होंगे या डिवाइड होंगे, और ईदर दे कैन, दीज टू साइंस कैन ऑल्सो बी देयर, दीज टू साइंस कैन ऑल्सो बी देयर, दीज टू साइंस कैन ऑल्सो बी देयर. So an algebraic expression is a combination of constants and variables connected by some, या तो इनमें से कुछ होंगे या फिर all of the four fundamental operations, that is plus, minus, multiply and divide. That is called an algebraic expressions. I hope now it is very clear that what are algebraic expressions. Now there must be one question coming or arising in your mind, that what are variables and what are constants. So my first question from all of you is, variable, what is the meaning of variable in English? You must have studied in English also about variable. What is the meaning of variable in English? Variable means the thing whose value varies. Varies means क्या होता है? Vary मतलब क्या होता है? To change. Vary means something which is changing again and again. So what is a variable? A variable changes its values always. The value is not constant, it is not fixed. The value of the variable changes. A symbol which takes various numerical values is known as a variable. That means the value of a variable changes frequently. Right, students? Now what about constant? What is a constant? We all know that constant means something that is fixed. Something that is fixed whose value do not changes. ऐसी चीज़ जो फिक्स हो, जिसकी वैल्यू में कोई चेंज ना आए, that is called constant. A symbol having a fixed numerical value is called a constant. Right, students? So let me explain further about variables and constants. So please pay attention. So students, now I will be taking an example of an algebraic expression to explain you about variables and constant. Okay students? So the first example which I am going to take is from your maths book only. What are variables and what are constants? We all know that what is the perimeter of a square. If you know the formula, you can comment down in the comment section. Perimeter of a square is equals to 4 into side. Right students? Now you have to tell me, out of these three, which of the terms are variables and which of the terms are constants. So as you all can see that 4 is always fixed. जब भी आप perimeter निकालेंगे, the 4, this value never changes, right? This value never changes. That means 4 in this formula is a constant. Now talking about perimeter and side. Different squares have different sides and different perimeters. So these two values are not fixed. So these two values, perimeter and side, these two are said to be variables. Why they are said to be variables? Because their value continuously changes. For example, a square having 3 centimeter side, its perimeter will be 12 centimeter. A square having 4 centimeter as side, its perimeter will be 16 centimeter. So the value of perimeter and the value of side is changing. It is changing again and again. As per the side, the perimeter is different. But this 4 is always constant, right? So So this 4 is a constant in this mathematical expression, and this perimeter and this side is a variable. I hope you must have understood about constant and variable. I will be taking some more examples to explain you about this. One example that can be taken is, what is area of rectangle? You all know that. What is area of rectangle? If you know the formula, you have to comment down in the comment section. It is length into breadth. Right, students? Now you have to tell me, in area of rectangle, are there any constants? क्या यहाँ पे कोई constant है? No. In area of rectangle, there is no constant. Why there is no constant in the formula of area of rectangle? Because the value of length and the value of breadth will be continuously changing as per the different size of rectangles, and the area will also be different. So there are no constant, only variables are there. सिर्फ variables हैं. That is why this formula is containing only variables. Now talking about the formula of circumference of a circle. That is also given in your maths book. What is the formula for circumference of a circle? If you know the answer, you have to comment down in the comment section. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Right, students? 2 pi r. So C is equals to 2 pi r. Now in this formula, tell me which of the following are variables and which of the following are constants. As you all can see that the radius will be different for different circles. So the circumference will also be different for different circles. So these two terms, C and R, are variables. Now talking about 2 and pi. 2 pi will always remain same in the formula. So 2 pi is constant. Right? 2 and pi are constants. So students, in this chapter you will also come to know about how algebraic expressions are formed, how they can be combined, and how their values can be found out, and how their values can be used. Right, students? And what are the objectives to learn algebraic expressions? At the end of the lesson, you will be able to define what are variables and what are constant. That I have already explained you. Now, you will be able to explain how the algebraic expressions are formed. Now, you will be able to identify the factors and coefficients of a term, because I will be explaining you about that also. And you all can easily add or subtract the algebraic expressions. And you can easily find out the value of an expression too. Right, students? So, I hope you must have understood the objectives to learn the algebraic expressions. Sorry for the pronunciation. You must have understood the objectives to learn understand the algebraic expressions. Right, students? So now let's begin. I am going to take some examples of algebraic expressions. Okay. So you have to pay attention on the board so that you understand well. I am writing some algebraic expressions on the board. So the first one is 2x square minus 4x plus 2. Now you have to tell me, out of this algebraic expressions, which of the following are constant and which of the following are variable. It's an algebraic expression consisting of 3 terms. The first term is 2x square, the second term is 4x, and the third term is 2. I have already told you that the algebraic expressions will be connected by some or all of the 4 fundamental operations. या तो कुछ होंगी या तो चारों की चारों होंगी. तो C plus and minus is there in this expression. So now which one is the constant and which one is variable? 2 is a constant over here. Now 2x square and 4x are variables. Why 2x square and 4x are variable? Because once you will find out the value of x, the value of 2x square will be changing and the value of 4x will also be changed. जब आप यहाँ पे x की वैल्यू निकाल लेंगे तो आप उसमें जब 2x स्क्वायर में इसको रखेंगे, that value will be different. And here also once you will find out the value of 4x, you will put the value, then also the value will be different. So 2 is constant, 2x square and 4x is variable in this algebraic expression. Now I will be explaining you about the formation of algebraic expressions. So please pay attention, students. But before proceeding, to the formation of algebraic expressions, I want to tell you about variables and constants, some features about variables and constants. In this algebraic expression, I have already explained you about variables and constant. Now I am writing one more algebraic expression, that is 7x square plus 5xy plus 8. Right, students? Now the terms like x, y, l, m, z, a, b, these all are called variables. Now why are they called variables? Because a variable does not have a fixed value. The value of variable is not fixed, it changes continuously. So the value of x, y can be changed over here. Right, students? Now talking about the constant. A constant always have a fixed value. A constant always have a fixed value. The value of a constant is fixed, it does not changes. Now in this algebraic expression, x and y are the variables, but 8 is a constant. I have already told you 8 is a constant. Right, students? So I hope you must have understood. Now let's study how the algebraic expressions are formed. So students, I am writing one algebraic expression like 12y minus 9. How this algebraic expression is formed? In this algebraic expression, y is a variable and 9 is a constant. Now how this algebraic expression is formed? This y is multiplied by 12. This y is multiplied by 12 and then 9 is subtracted from the product. This y is multiplied by 12 and then 9 is subtracted from the product. This is how this algebraic expression is formed. Taking one more example, 2x plus 3. How this 2x plus 3 algebraic expression is formed? 2 is in multiplication with x, 2 is in multiplied with x, and then 3 is added to the final product. What has happened? 3 is added to the final product. So this is how the algebraic expressions are formed. Now students, we will be learning about terms of an algebraic expression. The different parts of the algebraic expression separated by the sign positive or negative are called the terms of an expression. For example, this is 2x square minus 4x plus 2. So this is one part, this is one part, this is one part, and this is one part. In total, how many terms are there in this algebraic expression, students? If you know the answer, you can comment down in the comment section. In total, there are 3 parts of this algebraic expression. And now, what are those 3 parts? The first part is 2x square, the second part is minus 4x, and the third part is 2. Right, students? Taking some more examples, this is 12y minus 9. So this is the first part and this is the second part. This algebraic expression is having how many parts? 2 parts. There are 2 terms which are joined together, which are combined to form an algebraic expression. So the first part is 12y and the second part is minus 9. So the different parts of the algebraic expression separated by the sign positive or negative are said to be the terms of an algebraic expression. I hope you must have understood, students, about the terms of an algebraic expressions. Now let's explain you about the factors and coefficients. So please pay attention, students. So students, factors are the terms of an algebraic expression that consists of a product of constant and variables. Each term of an algebraic expression. Now let me take examples to explain you about factors. Then I will be explaining you about coefficient. I will be writing one algebraic equation, 5x square minus 2xy plus 4. This is one algebraic expression. Out of this algebraic expression, I will be explaining you about factors and coefficient. Now, once I will be writing about the factors, first of all, this is the term. First term, second term and third term. So, in total, how many terms are there in this algebraic expression? There are 3 terms in this algebraic expression. Now, talking about the factors. This algebraic expression 5x square, this is the first term. It has how many factors? 3 factors, 5, x and x, because this is obtained by multiplying 5x and x. Now talking about the second term, that is minus 2xy. How many factors are there? 3 factors, minus 2x and y. There are 3 factors of this second term. Now talking about 4 is a constant, so the factor of 4 is 4. So this is how we obtain the factors of an algebraic expression. Now students, let me explain you about the coefficients. What are coefficients? In a term of an algebraic expression, any of the factors with the sign of the term is called the coefficient, right? Now let me take one example. From this example only I will be explaining you. In 5x square, 5 is the coefficient of x square. In minus 2xy, minus 2 is the coefficient of xy. Right students? So this is how the coefficients are described. In a term of an algebraic expression, any of the factor with the sign of the term are called, term के sign के साथ होते हैं. देखिए, this is with positive sign, this is with negative sign and this is with positive sign. So these are called the coefficient or coefficient of the product of the other factors in that term. Okay students? So if I take example 5xy, in 5xy the coefficient of x is 5y. ठीक है, अगर मैं बात करती हूँ minus 2xy की या फिर 5xy की, taking one example 5xy. Now in 5xy the coefficient of y, अगर y के coefficient की बात करें तो that is 5x. But if I talk about the coefficient of 5x, the coefficient of 5x is y. If I talk about the coefficient of x, it is 5y. अगर आप x की coefficient की बात करेंगे, that is 5y. Right students, this is how we obtain the coefficients. In minus 6ab, the coefficient of a is minus 6b. अब आप एक नंबर लिख लेते हैं, जैसे लिख लिया आपने minus 6ab. अब अगर आपको a का coefficient बताना है तो remove a and write the rest of the term. Minus 6b. The coefficient of a is minus 6b. If I want to know about the coefficient of b, तो आप b को remove कर दीजिए. The coefficient of b is minus 6a. Right students? So this is how we obtain the coefficients. If I talk about minus L, so what is the coefficient of minus L? Minus L का coefficient होगा minus 1. What will be the coefficient of minus L? It will be minus 1. Not minus L, L का coefficient. L का coefficient क्या होगा? minus 1. Okay students? So because L में आपने minus 1 से multiply किया होगा तभी आपको minus L obtain हुआ. So this is how we define the factors and coefficients, and constants, they do not change, they have a fixed value, and usually you will find out the constants at the extreme right of the algebraic expressions. I hope you must have understood about the factors and coefficient and the terms of an algebraic expressions. So today I am going to give you some algebraic expressions. What you have to do is you have to write the terms in that algebraic expressions and you have to write the factors and coefficients of those algebraic expressions. Okay students? And there are some more topics which I want to introduce, but I am not going to introduce in the same video because you all will get confused. And still, if there are any queries, any questions, you can comment down in the comment section. I will be explaining you about that also. So students, I hope you must have understood about algebraic expressions and the terms in algebraic expressions, about the constants, about the variables. So still if there is any problem, any query, comment down in the comment section. If you have understood, you can like the video. Thank you students. Bye bye. Take care.
Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon.